皆さんこんにちは。トマトジュースのゲーム実況チャンネルのトマトことレイムです。
ジュースことマリサだぜ。
本日は9月発売予定の超期待の作品クルセイダーキングス3のチュートリアル動画の日本語訳を行いたいと思います。
権利的に危ない気がするが日本の CK プレイヤーのために頑張ってみるぜ。
では開始。
Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Proud Bavarian and you might know me from my grand strategy channel here on YouTube. I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you a series of tutorial videos about Crusader Kings 3. In this video I want to focus on characters by exploring the life of Eric the Heathen. I'll be telling you all about traits and education, relationships and dread, stress and health, skills and prowess, and last but not least, lifestyles. Your character, their motivations and abilities are the centerpiece of Crusader Kings 3, so let's start out and check out how traits and education work. Every character is unique. At a very basic level, they are defined by their personality traits that develop during childhood, and in most cases stay with them until they die. Eric is greedy, brave and zealous, and these traits have shaped him and every decision that he has ever made. His personality determines who he likes and dislikes, loves and hates. Besides personality traits, every character picks up a variety of additional traits throughout their lives. These tell a story of their reputation, abilities and even genetics. Eric may have been a bastard from birth, but he earned the reputation of being a masterful strategist and fearsome Viking. Every character also receives an education during their childhood. Eric has retaken Sweden in the name of Odin, but he demands that his heir unleash the wrath of the gods upon the world, and logically must be knowledgeable on the gods. You can attempt to mold your children into the people you want them to be, but should take their childhood personality into account when choosing their education. While Björn naturally excelled in the study of the gods, the pressure his father has put on him during childhood also sucked out most of the joy in life. Always remember, your own character has his own mind, but so do their children. Whether Björn will succumb to his self-doubt or lay waste to the world remains to be seen. Every character in Crusader Kings 3 is unique, and it is up to you to play into their strengths and achieve greatness. Let's continue by talking about relationships and dread, two topics that, as opposed as they may sound, are tightly connected. Throughout a character's life, they will encounter people whose company they enjoy and people who they absolutely loathe. During your character's life, you can develop relationships with others that range from friendship through love all the way to absolute hatred. Eric, for example, has fallen in love with his wife. He has, however, also made a powerful enemy. Duke Erik Stenkelsen, pretender king of Sweden. When Eric rebelled to oust the false Christian king and claim his own birthright, he imprisoned his enemy and decided to set an example by leaving him with only one leg. Eric has since continued to show little to no mercy to anyone opposing him, taking the lives of many brave Christians in the process. Ruthless and decisive actions like the ones Eric has taken feed into the level of dread other people harbor towards your character. The remaining Christian vassals are either intimidated or even terrified. Dread is a powerful tool to keep a rebellious realm under control, but you should be wary when using it. Being afraid to oppose you openly might simply drive your enemies into the shadows, plotting your demise. Make sure to choose your friends and enemies wisely, lest your character finds an untimely end. Let's move on to the next topic, stress and health. Being a ruler in the Middle Ages can be difficult. Your character's personality determines what they enjoy and what stresses them out. The bottom left stress counter is a good indication of how your character is holding up. Eric is greedy, brave and zealous. Sacrificing unbelievers for the glory of Odin puts his mind at ease, whereas handing out grand gifts to appease others will make him quite unhappy. There's a total of 3 levels of stress, each more severe than the last. If you act against your character's personality too often, you will experience a mental break. These are quite common in rulers, and it is then up to you to decide how you want to deal with it. If you get overwhelmed by stress, you can pick up coping mechanisms that help you deal with the world. Eric has picked up a habit of shouting at people when he gets frustrated, routinely insulting his vassals and courtiers. Much like in real life, be wary of high stress levels. A character that hates the turns and twists their life has taken likely ends up depressed, insane, or in an early grave. The health indicators will give you a good estimate of how close your natural demise is, so keep an eye on it, and take care of any unfinished business before your days are over. Another very important topic for a character are their skills. They are mostly formed during childhood, but are amongst other things impacted by a character's personality, their spouse, and their education. They give you a quick overview of how well your character commonly fares in the fields of diplomacy, martial, stewardship, intrigue, and learning. In Eric's case, for example, he has always used his excellent martial skill to his advantage. Vassals may not enjoy conversing with him too much, and he has never been one for shady plots, but his real talk happens on the battlefield anyway. What should be noted is that Eric's martial skill does not mean he is a good fighter. His prowess can be found over here, and it is about average, meaning that there is a good chance that he might be slain if he found himself as a knight on the battlefield or in a duel. Last but not least, I want to take a look at the powerful lifestyles that all those character traits and skills build up to. You can choose one of 3 focuses in each of the 5 skill categories and should base your choice on what your character currently needs in their life, what matches their character, and what they are proficient in. Characters will accumulate lifestyle experience at different speeds, depending on their skill level and their education. Over time, you will gain perks in the category that you are focused on, that unlock powerful boons. Erik, for example, required to be an outstanding commander in his early years, so he focused on the strategy lifestyle focus and became a masterful strategist. In the later years of his life, he desired to bring up his son with a theological education, and so he began studying the scriptures himself. The perks you gain in these trees can be absolutely tremendous if they fit your character and playstyle. Make sure to try different combinations and let your character's skill set guide you. Once in a character's life, for additional stress, let's call it a midlife crisis, you can also reset perk points and redistribute them in the same category in case you were unhappy with them. Every character has strengths and weaknesses that you can use to rise to power. I hope that this video helped you understand how to succeed with a character of your choice in Crusader Kings 3.
翻訳お疲れ様です。
短めだから良かったけど早口だったので辛かった。だいぶ意訳してる部分もあるけどゲームシステムや色々分かったことがあるな。
そうだね。私としては性格についてが興味深かったね。CK2 だと性格がいまいちゲームシステムにマッチしておらず、性格に合わない行動をとってもペナルティがない状態だったんで、今回のように性格に合わない行動をとるとストレスというペナルティがかかるというのは非常にゲームプレイが面白くなりそうだね。
そうだな。いざこれから拡張という時に満足している人物が当主になっちゃうと拡張戦争の実行にストレス感じたりするんだろうな。
ある程度ストレスかかる行動もしないといけないと思うけどそこのバランスを取る戦略がゲームの幅広げてると思いました。
パークについてもどれを取るべきかとかは考えておいた方が良さそうだな。これは開発日記の方の話だが、いろんなものを食い散らかしてパークを取得するよりもツリーを取り始めたらコンプリートして取った方がいいみたいな記載もあったぜ。
今見る感じだと CK2 よりもキャラクターに関しては面白そうなシステムになってて好印象ですね。
ということで今回はこの辺で、しばらく様子見て次回以降の動画も翻訳してみます。
著作権侵害で報告されなければいいんだけど、日本での売り上げに貢献するためだと理解してもらえれば嬉しいんだけどね。動画のいいね、チャンネル登録、ぜひお願いします。
コメントなどありましたらぜひ。ではまた次回お会いしましょう。